A way that we can use the nominal group technique to try to figure out the parking problem would be, first we have to like identify the problem. So what's the problem and how can we improve that problem? So the problem would be parking on campus and the fact that there wasn't enough space, and two, it's kind of scattered all over the place. So we'd have to first ID what the whole problem is. We can't just identify something small like, oh, parking is just a problem. We have to go in depth about what we're gonna do. And then we have to think of a way to solve these problems. So solution generation, we have to think, okay, what can we do to solve this parking problem? So for example, we can build parking lots off campus. We could do a bunch of things, because I know a lot of students are always complaining, oh, there's always so much more space for parking off campus, we could find somewhere. And the last step for the nominal group technique would be making a decision as to what we plan on doing for the problem. So we do all our research and then we think of a plan. Okay, this is what we're going to do, this is how we're going to solve this problem. So if we use the standard agenda method, first we identify and understand the problem. Like, okay, we know what the problem is, but we need to further understand, okay, why is this a problem? And then our next step would be, what are we going to do about this problem? You know, we need to plan out, okay, this is what we can do, this is what we can do, and plan out different ways in which we can attack the problem. Our third way would be to research, what about this problem do we need to figure out? What's the problem with all the parking? What can we do about parking? And then the next step is to develop a plan. Okay, we figured out, we did our research, now we know what's the actual problem on campus and what our obstacles are. And then we develop our plan around those obstacles and around what we want. And then we try to find a solution. We discover what we're gonna do, and we figure out how we're gonna go about handling the situation. And then you present your solution to whoever's in charge. So we could present to President Kaplan, for example, about, okay, this is what we feel, and you back up your solution with all your research that you've done. So personally, I believe that the standard agenda technique is much better because it involves a lot more work. And I know a lot of people think, oh, well, I'd much rather do one with less work if I still get the same outcome. But personally, I believe, like the research method and the standard agenda method is very helpful because you figure out what the actual problem is. So, okay, why don't we have more parking on campus? What's the problem? Why can't we have this on campus? So, and I just think it's a better way, like it's a more concrete way to develop a more in-depth and stronger plan as opposed to the nominal group method, which is kind of just, okay, this is our problem, these are solutions, and this is what we're going to do.